What's goody? It's your boy and I'm back with another little banging video. Today we checking out Larry Bird, best trash talking stories, you feel me? Had to bring her back in on the videos. Y'all be asking for her to come. Y'all asked for her to come on a Larry video, so here she is. We got a Larry video, and I know y'all love these, so I'm not even gonna hold y'all. With that being said, bro, if you're new to the content, do me a couple of big favors. Like, subscribe, hit the post notification bells, all free. By liking the video, the way the YouTube algorithm works, YouTube will show the video to more people. So you're directly helping me to grow. I would appreciate that if you would do that for me. That's the one thing I got y'all to do. Like and subscribe. Also, y'all can subscribe to her channel. I'm going to drop it down in the description. But with that being said, bro, I'm not even holding y'all with a long intro. We got to talk. Y'all already know, if y'all not new to the content, that I'm a big Larry fan and we've been talking a lot. But this is a trash talking video that I really want her to see. I thought these stories are kind of insane, and I know a lot of y'all want to see more Larry videos. So with that being said, we're just going to go ahead and jump into it. Let's get it.
Larry Bird was one of the biggest trash talkers in basketball. And a lot of people say, really? You know, they thought it was Reggie or Charles.
Bird used to tell me, look here, man.
You supposed to be a great defender, right? And I'm going to make sure I tell you where I'm going to shoot the ball at.
And he said, I'm going to get it right here. I'm going to shoot it right in your face.
And I'm looking at this guy like, he's nuts.
I'm going to go shoot this motherfucking jumper in your face right there in that cone. And it's going to be your Christmas present. I'm going to wrap it up and bust your head open.
And that's exactly what he did.
If he tell you you're going to hit a shot in a certain place, he's going to do just that, and ain't nothing you can do about it.
Being a better player each step I took, I was able to do a little more than the other guys. I had a green light. I could make plays. But I always knew early on, especially when I was a junior, senior high school, that probably the outcome of the game was going to depend on me.
Well, yeah, I interviewed Gary Payton, a venomous trash talker. And I asked him who the most vicious trash talker he's ever encountered. He said Larry Bird.
Oh, no question.
Bird talk shit like we talk.
Let me tell y'all something. Bird used to tell me, look here, man. I'm going to go shoot this motherfucking jumper in your face right there in that corner. And it's going to be your Christmas present. I'm going to wrap it up and bust your head open. All that shit.
He told me, young fella, let me tell you something. I can shoot a jumper anywhere I want to. You supposed to be a great defender, right? I'm gonna make sure I tell you where I'm gonna shoot the ball at. And I was like, man, come on now, you're not gonna shoot the ball. And so he said, I'm gonna take you over in that corner right there. You see it over there by my bench, right? And I'm gonna give you something, and it's gonna be this jumper. So he went right to that corner, and I'm up on him, I'm under him. And he said, young fella, what did I tell you I was going to do? And he turned around, raised up, and it was all drawn. And I
Different.
said, shit, I ain't going to mess with
Different.
you no more.
He was the coldest dude I ever seen with that shit, man. Everybody be talking about these greats. They don't be always mentioning him. He was the shit. Yeah, shit.
Most definitely.
He'll give it to you any way he wanted to. Larry Bird was cold.
Bird didn't talk trash to you,
Oh my God, Bird talked trash to everybody. I always tell the story about Larry Bird. I remember him, he was cursing under his breath. And I asked him, I said, Larry, what's going on with you? He says, you guys are being disrespectful to me. And I says, what are you talking about? He says, you guys are putting a white guy on me. Disrespectful. I just started laughing. I had no comeback. He says, it's disrespectful when y'all put a white guy on me.
Larry said, I'm insulted that they would put a sorry dude like you on me. He said, no, I don't even want to play no more. He would drop the ball and take a turnover. And I'm looking at this guy like, what? He's nuts, you know?
The story goes that when he played against Denver, they had a guy named John Hansley, a white guy, a really good defender, right?
Okay.
They put him on Larry, and Larry was wearing his ass out. Absolutely. And Larry would run by the bench and tell Doug Moe, who was the coach, get him off me. That's disrespectful.
Straight to the coach.
Because when he played back in the day, that's all he played against was brothers. So he was like, I had to torch his ass so they understand.
And Larry got on the roll, started shooting the ball. Every shot was going in. All right, he runs by Frank Layden, the funniest guy in the league, and Frank is coaching, and Larry says to him, hey, Frank, don't you have anybody on that bench that can guard me? He goes, so nobody out here can. Frank looked out at the bench and goes, no.
Along with Steve Jones and Rick Barry, this is Bob Neal, just moments before the American Airlines Sheraton long-distance shootout.
The All-Star game is in Dallas, the first three-point contest, and he just starts looking at guys, doesn't say a word, and people are getting kind of nervous. Everybody's sitting there, everybody's real quiet. You knew the guys, but you never were around them. And nobody's really saying anything, so I walk in and look around, and then he finally speaks and says, I'm just looking to see who's going to finish second.
And says, I hope all you guys in here are thinking about second place because I'm winning this.
Most definitely.
Did you really say that? Who's playing for second?
Yeah, I did.
You walked in there.
His confidence was through the roof
when you made that announcement to the room, just messing with all those guys.
I know going into that, I remember in the locker room, Robert said something that there's no way in hell I was going to win that three-point contest. So I knew right then I had to win it.
That check's had my name on it for a week now, and I knew I was going to win this thing. I've been practicing, and my teammates said I wasn't going to win it, but I came back and lucked out, really.
Bird would luck out again
Don't
the
tell
next
Bird
year,
he can't do it.
but in 1988, it looked like his luck had finally run out. He certainly doesn't have that normal Bird rhythm going for him.
It's a slow start, bro.
Has to be 15. That's 8. Make it 9.
All he got to do is clutch up.
And 10.
Look.
11 as we're counting. 13.
Huge rack that time for Bird.
He's still got to drop one here quickly. 14.
14.
This is a tie for the money.
15.
Yo!
That boy clutch as hell, bro.
He knew exactly what the score was. He knew
Even
that ball was
John
going to win the competition for him, and it's almost like he did it in dramatic fashion just to make it more fun.
He knew it when he let it go and was headed for the winner's circle.
He didn't take off his top yet.
Larry used to come in the locker rooms, he'd be getting his ankles taped, and he'd say, you know, hey, ball boy, run in and go find the scoring record in this building. You know, he needed those kind of challenges.
He had accomplished every goal. We hadn't lost a game on the trip, and Larry told all of us players and the media too, tomorrow night's the last game of the trip, I'm going to play this one left-handed at least 3
Yeah, that's insane.
And it was at a time when McHale was still coming off the bench.
And so Larry scores his 6th point on a left-handed shot.
And I'll never forget him. McHale yells out.
And McHale goes, hey, Jerome, wait till he starts shooting right-handed.
And at the end of 3 quarters, and then
left-handed, and it looked easy. It looked easy with the left.
Is one thing, but when the game got
But he's
close, I had to
left-handed
go back to the right
already.
one.
No, he's not left-handed.
He not?
No, he right-handed. But I mean, that's the insane thing about it. Being able to not only kill with your dominant hand, you come in and you got the left, and you go kill him with the offhand. You know how hard it is to write or do anything with the opposite.
No, I think one of my subscribers said he left-handed.
No, man. Why? I mean, if he was left-handed, this story wouldn't be an amazing
That's
story.
what I was about to say too.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So like, he's definitely, in my opinion, y'all let us know. Y'all know for sure. I'm pretty sure he right-handed and that playing left-handed, because I know for sure whenever I play, that was one thing that they always wanted us to develop was the offhand, because if you can do things with both hands, you're different.
Mm-hmm.
So, but to do it in an NBA game at that level and to play 3 quarters like that, that's insane. Now, I'm not gonna lie, bro. The only other reason I stopped this is because the appreciation from Gary Payton, and I don't know if y'all understand this, because coming up, the level of respect that he has, not only as a trash talker, but Gary Payton is possibly the best defender of all time. Like, just he debatably he could be that top guy. You know what I'm saying? But whenever I was coming up, he was one of those guys that everybody spoke on. But for him to be like, hey man, Larry just gave it to me. Larry did this to me. Larry talked ish to me, gave me Christmas present. That was nothing I could do about it. That's the utmost respect. Yeah. And then he said it with passion, so you know it's real. You know what I'm saying? You know Larry really did it to him. He like, I'm up under him, and he telling me what he gonna do to me, and I can't do nothing about it. That's the level of skill that Larry had, bro. To switch to the left hand. No, the part about the ball boy also, he goes into the buildings if he feel like he needs to be competitive and push himself. Let's what's the scoring record in this building? I'm gonna go get that. It's 60. I'm gonna score 65 today. You know what I'm saying? What like that's the type of stuff he does to push himself, and that makes you the utmost competitor. But the trash talking on top of the competitiveness, it's not even trash. It's the truth. It's facts. I say that every time, because even when he said it, he like, I'm gonna pump fake you, I'm gonna step back and I'm gonna shoot it in the left corner for a 3. And when it happens,
exactly what happens.
It's the truth. Like, so it's not even trash talk to me. It's just a little arrogant, but I mean, you can be like that when you got it. Let's jump back into it.
He could hold all these things in his head during a game. So he'd have a shooting drill at the old Boston Garden.
4:30 in the afternoon. I was an early guy. I'd set up early. The garden would be dark.
You know, late in the afternoon by himself, dark garden. Come out with an equipment guy and just do the perimeter, shoot for half hour. All you heard was swishing.
If he missed a shot during that thing, he'd say that the Bull Gang set up something wrong with the rim. You know, otherwise that would have gone in.
I'd get there early, plug in my Stone Age computer right next to the bench. He'd come over, he'd call me Scoop, say, Scoop, what are you working on? I'm saying, I'm doing an early story.
And I'd say, well, I'm doing an early edition newspaper story about your free throw streak.
You are approximating the NBA record for consecutive free throws, so don't miss one tonight or I'll look bad in the paper.
Sure enough, first half, he goes to the line for 2, and the foul line is lined up right where we're sitting if he looks over.
He's at the line. He makes the first.
He looks over and winks at me.
He looks over and winks at me before he makes the second. I mean, guys don't do that today. And he would
always thinking about these things. It's like paying off a bet in the middle of a game. He was doing two things at once.
Well, you had the bird night.
I had the
in
bird
New
night.
Orleans.
Yeah, that was
That's
a
one of
tough
my favorite
night, man.
stories right there.
Nobody was guarding Bird, were they?
Well, we were trying.
You were trying to.
No, but when a guy
He was
is
too high.
literally coming up the court, calling his shots. It's in that game, we're on the free throw line, and he literally says,
It's off the glass. Who's next? Where do you want this one from? And he just made one after another, and he just tortured me mentally. That game.
Nobody could stop him.
I think Bird went by the bench one time, too.
He fell in the bench.
Oh, he did.
Yeah, and he called that one. That was the one where he fell in it. He literally said, off the glass into the trainer. Yeah.
His last
Called
shot,
it.
he said, in the trainer's lap, coming down the court. He shot this high rainbow. It goes in. Ricky bumps into him and he knocks him on our trainer's lap. So it was exactly what he said.
Antoine Carr and Cliff Livingston got fined
That's
by
insane.
Fratello,
He set that up perfectly.
And Eddie Johnson for celebrating.
Celebrating Bird.
Yeah, it was the best film session. Every time when I see Mike, we still laugh.
God,
it was
so
it was the greatest film session ever because back then, you watched the real game and just went, with a video, and Mike rewound the celebration 20 times.
And they show a shot of our bench. Cliff Livingston and Eddie
Like,
Johnson
they lit
are
Larry
standing
Bird.
there.
It's too crazy.
I mean,
It's hard not to
everybody
get
was
hyped.
entertained by this. Even the guys on the Atlanta
They
bench.
got fined for that.
Watch the reactions on the Atlanta bench.
Like, he is killing them.
Yeah, watch Cliff Livingston over here. I think this is Cliff.
Like, bro.
Every time he wouldn't let it go, he just kept rewinding.
Because that's insane.
Showing the guys, you remember they're giving each
Why
other
would
high
And
five.
then somebody falls
That's
off
the
the
other
bench.
team.
Yeah, that was
too.
Eddie Johnson.
Yeah.
Eddie Johnson falls off the bench in laughter, and Antoine Carr and Cliff gives each other
That's
high fives.
embarrassing, bro.
And our film session was 20 minutes of that.
No way.
Yeah, and so it was a bad night.
The first game against Larry Bird,
Wow.
it was shocking. And I'm a rookie, I go shake his hand, and he put both hands behind his back. And I'm saying, okay, he's getting his head ready to play. First play of the game, he says, I don't know where they got you guarding me, Holmes. And he shoots a three. I was pissed. I said, I wasn't mad he hit the three. But this bitch just called me Holmes.
Right?
And so it set up for a really interesting game. Because I remember one time I came down and I dunked it on him. He laying on the ground. He fouled me, and I'm pointing. And he said, hey, Rook.
Who?
I said, what? He said, I like you. He said, you got balls, but I'm still going to get 30 on your ass. He got about 38, so he kind of proved his point.
After he dunked
I
on
wasn't
him.
upset about that
I'm still
because,
gonna do it
back
to you.
then, as a rookie, you got to pay your dues. Simple as that.
Big
It's
facts.
funny, the first time that I played in my rookie year, I guarded Larry Bird, and it took me about 10 minutes to realize I should be probably guarding him instead of staring at him. And he came down, it was funny, he came down one time, and Mark West was the center on our team, and Larry looked at me, and then he looked at Mark, and he said, Mark, I'm going to go down, I'm going to come off the screen, I'm going to catch it right there, I'm going to turn around, I'm going to shoot it in the rookie's face, and then I'm going to run down the floor. And that's exactly what he did. And I'm sitting there, that just happened.
But did he talk to you, or you weren't
He
good
talked
enough?
through me. He
Yeah.
never addressed me. Like, I wasn't even there.
And did
Like,
Mark West?
Hey,
Mark
Mark,
was like,
I'm
okay,
gonna do this
yeah,
to
all
him.
right.
You probably will.
Wow.
And then he did.
He did it.
Well,
There was nothing I could do about it.
He backed up whatever he said. If he tell you going to hit a shot to a certain place, or if he going to take you down to the post, turn around, hit a fadeaway J, he going to do just that, and ain't nothing you can do about it.
These guys came in together in '81. There's Kevin, there's Larry, there's Robert, Dennis Johnson, Danny Ainge. They knew what each other could do. And what I did was said, okay, let's see what's happening out there. And you'd see Larry shooting the three-pointer, and then I call a timeout, and they didn't count the three-pointer.
Larry just hit what would have been the game-winning shot that KC called timeout.
It won't count.
That's a horrible timeout. That's horrible coaching.
Larry came back to the bench, and he was a little upset.
So he's very upset with that. So I diagrammed the play. He says, heck with the play, Case.
Hey guys, when I come back after timeout, I'm going to go right to the same spot. I'm going to kick it in.
Give me the ball and tell all the rest of the guys to get out of the way. I said, shut up, Larry. I'm the coach here. Okay. All right. Then you should take the ball out, give it to Kevin, then you throw it to Larry, and everybody get the hell out of the way.
The same thing he said, just give me the ball.
2 points. And Bird is out by the three-point line, and he's being guarded by a guy named Johnny High.
He goes down before the ball is thrown in, and he's standing right in front of the Phoenix bench, And he looks at all the guys on the bench and says,
Yeah, I'm just fixing to bust a 3 on you guys and just go home. I'm tired of this.
and he says, watch my hand as I follow through.
And, you know, Johnny High sort of smiles and laughs about it.
And I was supposed to cut off the high post and post up for a second and then go across and set a pick. Well, I came off the pick and I was wide open and I stood there waiting for the ball. I had a smaller guy to post up and Larry just waved me out of the way saying, get out of here, get out of the way.
And then he just turns around and shoots a perfect 3.
As the ball's in the air, he kind of turns towards the Phoenix bench and yells, told you so, running to the locker room.
As he continues on to the dressing room. Now, that's what you call arrogance.
Super and for that time, I learned to run Larry's play, not the coach's play.
He wanted
You would
the
be
light
right to do that.
on him. He wanted the focus, and he wanted that ball. And in case he would ever call somebody else's play, Larry would just say, no. I'm shooting this ball.
Like, get this over with.
I get a charge when I'm telling on the opposing team that I'm going to hit the last second shot and then do it. That's what it's all about.
Tie game, 13 seconds to play. Celtics basketball.
During the timeout, I'm going through a play. And about that time, Larry steps in and says, Coach, why don't you just give me the ball and tell everybody to get out of the way? It's Larry. If he wants the ball, he wants the ball.
Absolutely.
After the timeout, we walked back on the court, and then Xavier was guarding him. So he tells Xavier, I'm getting the ball.
I said, I know, I'm gonna be waiting. He said, I'm gonna get it right here. I'm gonna shoot it right in your face.
Xavier knew he couldn't do that.
Basketball. Look out. Larry Bird just phenomenal the way that...
He came out when right about that exact spot and shot a shot right in my face. And, you know, he was like, I didn't mean to leave 2 seconds on the clock. I walked back to the sideline like, damn.
Larry Bird was one of the biggest trash talkers in basketball. And a lot of people say, really? You know, they thought it was Reggie or Charles. Larry Bird talked more trash on the basketball court than anybody I've ever played.
And they all say it, too.
So we playing him the last play. He says to James Worthy, he says, you guys don't have to worry about it. I'm going to go right over that corner.
Easy.
And I'm going to catch it, I'm going to shoot it, and I'm going to tie the game or win the game, whatever the case may be. They take the ball out, and I think it was either Danny or
DJ?
the late, great DJ.
Yeah.
You DJ coming down, right, with the ball. Oh, great DJ, that's good. So pass it to Larry, he's in that corner. Now I got to go out and close Larry Bird out. So as I'm running out to Larry Bird, he's talking trash to me. I don't know why you running out here. Who says that in the middle of the game? He said, I'm going to wait till you get 1 step away from me and I'm going to shoot it right in your face.
Wow, while he
So
running
I got
to it.
1 step away. He shoots it all net. 3-pointer, good.
Take the ball out, man, throw it right to the corner, caught the shot, shot a 3, game over. It's like, are you effing kidding me?
And he turned to me and said, you did all that running for nothing.
And he was saying in such a calm way that you didn't think it was trash talking, but it's trash talking. You're not going to tell me you're going to go over there and shoot the ball in my face. That's trash talking.
Yeah.
But he would tell you before the play even started. He'd tell you where he's going. He'd tell you when he catches it, there's nothing you can do about it.
2 people
was
in his
great
face,
trash
it don't
talking
matter.
Because it wasn't vulgar. I mean, he wasn't pounding his chest. You can just be standing next to him. You know, I would jump out and try to block a shot on rotation, and he'd say, Scott.
You jump high, but you don't jump that high. You can't get
Right?
this.
So, Scott, you're a little too late. Scott, you're not getting that. Why are you even jumping? Why are you running out of it? But it was all game.
Just subtle.
I'm like, don't do that.
Yeah, don't do that.
Don't jump.
I mean, he talked the whole game, and it was, you know, after the game and after years of thinking about it, you're like, man, that dude, why he's one of the greatest players ever played.
He was ridiculous. He came on here. Our sportscaster played the Superman theme when he was talking about him that night after the game because he did everything.
Kareem.
Points, rebounds, assists, just steals, you name it. Larry has such a great mind for the game. I had a lot of respect for him as a competitor.
That competitive nature, the work ethic, because I asked a lot of questions.
Mhm.
Playing with Byron Scott, I asked him a lot of questions. Eddie Jones, Magic,
Who Kobe Young right
James
there?
Worthy, Kurt Rambis, all the Laker greats, I would always sit down and just ask them questions. What actually happened there? What did you feel there? And why? You know, Bird tough to defend. Why? Because you look slow as shit to me. Like, I'm missing something. So like, tell me what I'm missing. You know what I mean?
You know, like I was saying, growing up in Boston, people all used to always talking about that he can't jump, he can't do this, he can't do that. And, you know, a lot of my friends was like that. You know, So, I got to the league. I called all my friends back up. I said, all that trash that you were talking, you need to squash.
You don't know what you're talking about.
This man is great. Whatever you were saying, for a man who can't jump, he's demolishing everybody. He's doing it on everybody. He's doing it on the best defensive players in the league.
No matter what
I'll never
color.
forget driving, and I'm listening to a game. It's New Mexico State playing Indiana State. I don't really care about the game, but New Mexico State is right up the streets from El Paso, and I went to UTEP, and we're big rivalries. So I'm hoping that Indiana State will beat New Mexico State. And I'm listening to the radio, and I have no clue of the players on either team. All of a sudden, this name keeps coming. Bird. He goes to the right. Bird. He makes the shot. Bird.
Bird.
I said, God damn, who's Bird? Bird. Here's Bird. And Bird this, and Bird, oh, did you see the pass that Bird made? I can't see it, but I'm just trying to imagine it. When the time I got to the end, I said, damn, that brother can play. When I got the newspaper the next morning and saw Larry's picture, I said, damn.
Right? Like, what the hell?
Larry, it wasn't you, be honest with you. The young lady that said you were her favorite player, mine too. I love you too, Magic, but not as much as I like Bird.
Always talk about great.
Not as much as I like Bird.
And they don't never mention him to be up in that round. But Larry Bird was cold. I don't think nobody ever could get out with him. You ask Magic. That's why Magic had a run, and he was mad when he had to retire in '92 because of what he was going to be missing with Larry Bird.
Insane.
And then you remember Larry Bird took 2 more years, and then he quit because he said his main guy who he wanted to play against is gone.
I'm going to tell this story.
Crazy.
We're in L.A., and I'm hurt. I got a pulled hamstring, so I'm not playing tonight. So I can't play against the Celtics. I'm killing myself. Larry warming up. The anthem is sung and get introduced, and right before they go out on the court, Larry comes down and he says, you know what? Since you're here, I'm gonna put a show on for you. So you just sit back and watch, okay? Don't worry.
Yeah, you can't play.
I'm gonna put a show on for you.
I'm gonna show you something.
My face, man. Want to hear that? That's Celtics and the Lakers. And he went out. I think he scored 38 points, about 20 rebounds, about 15 assists.
Went crazy.
And every shot he would shoot, he would turn to me. Every time he hit one, he looked at me. And I said, boy, the thing about it that I love about you is that most guys talk trash and can't bag it up. But Mr. Bird, you can bag your trash talking
every time.
And last but not least, I'm gonna say this because you told me one lie. You only told me one lie in your career. Only one. And you only lied to the fans and all the people in the world one time. Do you know what that lie was? You don't remember, do you? Larry Bird said that there would be another Larry Bird one day. And Larry, there will never, ever, ever be another Larry Bird.
Hey, that's big time. I like that.
This is mine, and I signed it to you, to the greatest basketball player ever, but more important, a friend forever. I love you, I respect you, and I admire you.
Yeah, that was nice. I ain't not gonna lie. Yeah, that's love. Oh, that's the end of the video. Dang.
Me personally, one thing I can say is it wasn't a lot of hatred and like back in the day as it is now. A lot of fights and stuff.
The thing I say about that is it was the hatred and everything. It was in the moment. At that time, they hated each other. The fights, they was happening. And we're gonna watch some other videos, because I seen a video where they was talking about the fights and stuff and the aggressiveness. But this is like, I feel like this. They hated him when they was playing. They was rivalries, it was neck and neck, and they would fight. They would go at each other. But it'd been so much time, and they didn't grown so much as people, and then got older to where it's like you can't hate on it no more. Right. You know what I'm saying? It's like I'm pretty sure a couple of these people that showing him love completely hated him whenever he was first actually jumping in this. Whenever this was happening at this time in 1985, They wasn't gonna talk about how he was the greatest trash talk and how he's the greatest ever. No, they was arguing that was them. You know what I'm saying? But now over time, you know what I'm saying? If they recollect like the feats. Oh, when he really talked trash, you know what I'm saying? They thinking back on this, and now, you know, it's just, you got to show that love and appreciation. That's how I feel about it, you know what I'm saying? But there's still people that hate him. But it's so much love from all these people because it's so good, and not thinking back on it. Oh, all that trash he was talking, he actually did all that. He actually dragged the greatest. He actually was getting guarded by the Johnsons, by the Jordans, and getting wins. He's like that, you know what I'm saying? No other way you could put it. And Gary Payton put it perfectly, in my opinion, because Gary Payton is the kind of embodiment of great defense from back in the day, and he's one of them, especially the guards. Like, so for him to be like, yo, there's nothing you can do with this dude, for Gary Payton himself to be one of the biggest trash talkers, to say, well, I was nothing compared to Larry Bird's trash talking, it just shows how different and what level he was really on, bro. Like, and as people and as fans, we don't know that until we dive into these stories, you know what I'm saying? Especially within my community, and that's why we do these type of videos. This was an awesome video, and it did a deep dive into a lot of these stories that I already had heard about, but stuff that I hadn't heard about within the story, and this was her first time actually seeing. So we do a lot of Larry videos, so if y'all new to the content, or even if y'all not new, make sure y'all leaving me a like, because by liking the video, the way the YouTube algorithm works, YouTube will show the video to more people, and I'm trying to pay some bills, man. Shouts out to my Cash Nasty. Shouts out to Cash Nasty, man. Gotta pay some bills, so I need y'all to like it up and subscribe to the channel. I appreciate y'all. I'm trying to get the hundreds of thousands of subscribers, and everyone's subscriber count, so you could be the one to help me to reach my goal. But if y'all want to see more Larry videos, make sure y'all liking it up, and y'all comment and let me know what y'all want to see next. I do highlights, trash talking stories, whatever it is, and also we do Jordan stories. A lot of back in the day NBA stuff, reaction to music, so it's not going to just be limited to just sports and just Larry Bird stories. We do a lot of different things on the channel. We're trying to do great things and grow very quickly, so I appreciate you, bro. Other than that, before I go, do me one big favor, you feel me? Also, subscribe to her channel. I'm going to drop it down in the comments. I'm going to drop it down in the descriptions, but other than that, I hope you know what it is. I hope I'm going to see y'all again. Until next time, we out your day.